Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is Steve, and this is DOScember, and I decided for DOScember I was going to play around with, tinker with, learn about FreeDOS. This is video number 4 in the series. If you haven't seen those, be sure to subscribe to the channel so they pop up in your feed. And if you want to see more like this, I do all kinds of crazy stuff with old retro computers, old DOS computers, old Commodore computers. I've got a couple of ZX Spectrums around here, ZX81s around here. I like tinkering with old stuff and building stuff and trying things that don't make any sense on purpose, because when I was younger and this stuff was new, I couldn't afford to do this kind of stupid stuff. So now it's time to do crazy, weird things. Either way, let's get into the next part of the video. Part 1 was the install. Part 2 was going over all of the COM files. Part 3 was going over all the executable files that were included. Part 2, I think I did some of the apps that are included as well. Either way, you'll see them in the back catalog on the channel if you want to take a look at that, and they should show up with the DOScember hashtag. But this is going to be about the extra stuff. Let's start off with the utilities folder that I saw. Where is it? Oh, there it is, util. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. ANSI mat. MSI, MA, MSI, MAT. Graphical viewer of ANSI files. It can also be used to convert ANSI files to bitmap files. Oh, that would be interesting, converting them to bitmap files. I need to get some ANSI files in order to play with that. Why don't you come with a default example? That would be like the smartest thing. I like how the icon is actually bigger than the file itself. All right, so that's going on the list of things to try on real hardware in the future. B64. B64. Base64 encoder. Okay, I kind of knew what that was. Type B64.text. So B64 is a way to encode files so that they are portable over older services or inside of email or something along those lines. So base B64, B64, 65, B64.text, B64.out. What didn't you like about that? I must have an option, it looks like. Okay. Now we gotta use -H. Encode. Really? Don't you think the default option would be to encode? Yeah, I get it. Hey, look at that. Now we should have a B64.out file. Usually the files that you send out are bigger, so if you're like converting a GIF file, yeah, I said GIF. If you're converting a GIF file from .gif to a base64 file, all of the binary extra stuff that's weird that can't be transmitted inside of a email body needs to be encoded into something else. So if we take a real quick look at B64, that's hard to type, .text, it's going to look like a text file. And if we take a look at B64.out, it's going to be encoded. And all of this is representative of what that text file was like. So let's go down here and we do B64-H, B64-D for decode, B64.out to B64.in because I need a new file name, PGB64.in, and now it's back to plain text because that's how base64 encoding works. So we do comp, B64.in, B64.out, and they don't compare. B654. What? Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not trying to compare the in and out. I'm trying to compare the in and text. Hey, look, they compare okay now that I'm comparing the right files. So the whole point of doing that compare exercise was to show that I could encode it, decode it, and the files would match the original and the after. And when you compare the wrong files, that doesn't work. All right, dir clamav. There it is, clamav. It's nice that they include a virus scanner. Clam scan C:. Can't get file status. C:/**. Known virus is 0. Scan directory, scan 0. Can't get file status. File not found. Unrar support unavailable. Cannot DL open libclam unrar interface. Oh, that's not helpful. Clamconf. Can't do it. Clamd top. Can't parse clamd configuration file. Daily.cvd, main.cvd, sigtool, freshclam. I can't even get help. Interesting. Why would they ship this if you're not able to use it right out of the gate? Or at least give you a setup program or something. All right. Not terribly impressed with that. The dog folder. Bunch of stuff in here. Dog. Dog operating ground version. Type HH for help. Alias change code page change terminal. EH test. Test. Interesting. It's like a shell. A smaller shell. Exit. Oh, XX to exit. What did it say? Dog operating ground version. Exit. Okay. BP. BR. Brake is on. BR. DT. Date time. Yep. LS. Nice. Which dog? This dog. Help dog. MV. Help MV. Gotta spell it right. These look like a bunch of Linux commands that you can use in DOS. Verify is off. VR. VR, there we go. Prints the dog and DOS version. Interprets OS2 and IBM version correctly. No, it doesn't. Bunch of font files. Exactly. Oh, because it's doing that stupid press any key. Hold on. So it was the dir command is stopping to ask me to press any key to continue, and when I do the redirect is waiting for me to press any key, which is why it wasn't working. So if I do set, you'll see a dir command /p/ogn/y, which is right here. So I want to set dir command. And now it should be blank. It is blank. So now we do dir. And now we do that pipe to font thing. No such file, which is not what I was looking for. /i. Okay. /v. Okay, good. All right, so the switch tells it to search for lines that don't have FNT in it, and I was using the wrong command switch and a bunch of other things because I go back and forth between operating systems a lot. But all that's in here is a bunch of fonts, so we got to figure out a way to load those fonts. And it will either make itself obvious or it will not be obvious at all, and we won't know how to do it. Oh, compare files via hex. Okay. See if we can do this right. Xcomp. Again with the long file names. Okay. I would have expected some hexadecimal output in the top section of the file. But either way, you can see in the sections below that they do compare. But I didn't see anything hexadecimal related. Xcomp local config. Local config. Creates custom country sys file. Okay, yeah. I never really messed around with these kinds of localizations things when I was younger because I barely spoke English at that age. So that's beyond me, but it's a way to configure your machine to use a different language for all of its commands. Disk image. I did it again. You'll see me do that a bit. Read image from disk, write image to disk. I don't have any floppy disks to stick them in there. So this is going to... I would need to have... I don't have the ability to create one. I can only read an image file and write an image file. I can't make one. Open source version of OS Plus. Utility that lets you read floppy disks and creates images of them on your hard disk. Yeah, I don't have a floppy disk installed. But I was looking for a tool like this a while ago. It's nice that it's included in FreeDOS. RCal. A rolling calculator. 1 + 1 + 4 + 8 + 14. Interesting. Escape. Excellent. It's neat. Fident. Okay, so it's identifying files in the current directory. Test disk. Don't record anything. Don't care. Disk 80. 80 hex, the address of the disk drive, and it's a 8 gig drive. Let's proceed. Please select the partition type. Intel PC partition, sure. Analyze current partition structure for lost partitions. Write test disk MBR, no. Delete all data, no. Analyze. Hey, it found it. Quick search. Found a bunch of stuff. So there's the C drive, there's the D drive that doesn't have a name, and then there's unformatted space available, unpartitioned space available. Let's do that. Deeper search. Search harder. Stop. Stop searching. Okay. Can't press escape to exit. There we go. Control C. Test disk PDF. Info, thanks, photo record. Photo recovery. Ooh. I have seen tools like this before. It'll check for data structures that look like images on a crashed drive. Nice to know that exists. CWSD, yeah, we messed with that CWSD PMI stuff before. Yep, and it stuck something into memory, which is fine, because we can just type reset. Poof, fixed. That was test disk. Let's do UTF-8TOCP. So it's UTF to code page, I would assume. Converts text files between UTF-8 and other code pages, both ways. Yep, that's what I thought. I don't have any code pages to convert, and if I did convert them, I wouldn't know what I was looking at if they were to tell you it was successful or not. WP tail. Depends. Depends on CWS DPMI. No, it doesn't. And there's kind of like no reason for that to be there. All right, that was pretty quick. What else is on here? What's PGME? That's what we did. Bunch of stuff in here. What's new? There ain't no README file. pgm.bat. I'm digging this PG util. If exist, pgm egorn.bat, delete it. Run pgm e.exe with a bunch of parameters. And then if it made an output file, run the output file. Okay. Beginning eternity. Program manager eternity. Atom screensaver. Ooh, pretty. Eternity documentation, Eternity font designer, Eternity license agreement. Remove the default eternal menu. Switch to kiosk mode demo. Oh, kiosk mode. Switch out of kiosk mode. So this is a menu program for your computer. And I have a menu program, and we're going over that in a future video. But this looks like add menu, a menu file, create, it, add program, program title, DOS shell, free all memory, don't care, run program, return to program eternity, yes, launch tones, select program launch process, select, weird, DOS shell. It's interesting that it's somewhat graphical. Done. Put the name back in because it took my name out. It doesn't like that. It doesn't like it when I change the program title. Okay, that should still all be there. Done. And I can't create it. Well, that's a little more frustrating than it should be. I get what they're trying to do, but I don't know why I can't create it, and it's not giving me any feedback as to why I can't create it. But this was last updated in 2015. It did something weird with the text on screen. There we go, I think. EFNT design. Eternity font designer, nice. EGME QCNF tool. QFont to raw, QFont to TSR, QFont load, Q keys. Simple Eternity key mapping utility. Press the escape key to exit. Q nothing. This program does nothing at all and never will. To hide this message, just give it parameters. Very useful. Q scroll. Q dir star text. Q scroll. Blah blah. Okay. So it requires FreeDOS. Okay. So Q scroll is a file viewer. Raw to Q font. So font converters in all directions. No com files. Eternity is a cool name for a program, though. Especially when you can say things like building eternity, starting eternity, ending eternity. That was not there. Echo. Okay, that works. Term. Terminal parameter helper. Eric's terminal. Terminal port speed. Given no port means default COM1. Valid values are. Okay, so it's a terminal emulator, terminal program, serial console program. I don't happen to have anything connected to the serial port, so it's not going to work. Oh, games. Boletaire. Boom. B. Why do they all start with B? There's a bunch of games in here. Vi Tetris. Boletaire. Boletaire. Oh, it's graphical too. Nice. This is like FreeCell. Game, new game. Yeah, this is exactly like FreeCell. This is actually fairly fast and responsive too. That one there. I'm not going to play the whole FreeCell game. I just wanted to see if it started doing the thing it was supposed to do. And it does. Excellent. Game, select game. Yes, I want to quit this game. Yep. So the thing with this game is that they're supposed to all be solvable. And this is game number MS5425. So we do game number 1, game number MS1. And for a while there, a long time ago, I actually decided I was going to sit down and make this my idle fantasy, my idle game that I played because there was nothing better to do with my life when I was idle. You know, when you're on the throne. And so I started trying to solve a bunch of these, and I got pretty far in it, and then it just, like, this is not my calling. Extras, change background. Okay, so it'll give me a graphical file to choose to be in the background. Extras, what is AL amp? Aha, it'll play music. Nice. Let's get out of here. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit the game. What are you doing? What are you doing? That was weird. It didn't return to text mode. It just kind of stayed in graphical mode. Solitaire. Bunch of different JPEGs that we can look at. Boom. A setup. Auto detect. Detected hardware. Sound blaster. No MIDI. Test. Yeah, I'm not hearing it either. Digital driver. Sound blaster 16. Sure. Save changes and exit. Boom. And it's got the Doom mod file. Nice. IPX boom, so you can play over IPX. Ultimate freedom. Free Doom. First episode, please don't kill me. Playing Doom inside of a virtual machine. Nice, that works. Boom, a Doom engine modification. Designed, implemented, and presented to you by Team TNT. Phase 1 release of Boom executable. Okay. It works, does the thing. Titanic. Beyond Titanic. Prepare to engage yourself in the most exciting adventure, but first, 2 simple questions. Are you using a color screen? Yes. How many disk drives do you have? I think that's a personal question. 2. I don't know why you're asking me. Apogee. Apogee software, written by Scott Miller. Hey, Scott. Beyond Titanic is a shareware game. 1912. It's a text adventure. First word must be, okay, move left. That doesn't seem to help. Drink. Yuck, the salt water tasted terrible. Okay, cool. Text adventure. No, I didn't get anywhere. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes, I'm sure. So it's a Titanic adventure simulation, all in text. Oh, there's some good games on here. DOS Def. DOS Def. It must be froze. It must be froze, because this is a fast computer, and that should have done the thing a long time ago. Eliza. Hi, I'm Eliza. I'm your personal therapy computer. Please tell me your problem. My shoulder hurts. Say, do you have any psychological problems? Not really. I'm pretty chill. Did you come to me because you were pretty chill? That's why I said that. Yep. Yes, I'm sure. Why did you repeat yourself? I didn't. You asked me a question that was different than the last question, but had the same answer. What does that suggest to you? It suggests that you're not paying attention to yourself. What makes you think I'm not paying attention? Because you spelled the words wrong? We're discussing you, not me. Well, then don't ask me questions about yourself. You're not very helpful, Eliza. Maybe if I actually had a problem, you might be helpful. I don't know. EM Pong. EM Pong. Pong clock. That is the correct time. This is kind of like a screensaver where it plays Pong against itself. That's pretty cool. Play versus CPU. I'm on the left. The keyboard is not as responsive as it should be. Put a little English on it. Did you see that? All right, this is my new career. I'm going to be Twitch live streaming Pong from now on. I don't know how I beat the computer, but I beat the computer. Settings. Resolution. That's what I want. I want a 1280 by 1024 Pong game. Full screen. Yes. Sound on. Video mode. Color. Ball speed 2. All right, let's see this massively graphical awesomeness. Or, no, not really. That was... I get what they did, but wow. 320 by 240. Because I like extremes. That's not 320 by 240. Ooh, something messy there. That's pretty cool, though. I especially like the Pong clock. Stop moving my windows around. EV4DE. EV4DE. I guess that's Evade by Uki Pigster. Start game. Oh, this is moving slow. At this speed, it's either going to be really easy to evade things. Nope, it's going to be impossible to evade things. Quit. Yes, I really want to quit. Settings. Direct screen mode. Ship model. Ship color. Joystick. Dead zones. Menu stars. Uki Pigster. EW... What was that? EW Snake. EW Snake. It's not in English. Okay, let's try... I guess that means easy. This machine has tiny up and down arrows, but full-size left and right arrows. I'm basically just making excuses now as to why I fail. Esky. Flappy Bird. Aha, this looks just like Flappy Bird would. Okay, so now that I know that you press the space bar instead of the arrow keys, this doesn't seem terribly difficult. It's hard to recover. Yeah, I was playing with the speed there. That's my excuse. It does the thing. F-mines. That's huge. That loading screen took a long time. What are you, out planting the mines directly yourself? Ain't nobody got time for that. Free Doom. Is Free Doom different than Boom? SMMU. The Doom 2 WAD is bigger than the Doom WAD. Yeah, this looks like Free Doom. In the future, would you rather use the start map or use the menu? I don't know. Use the start map. Oh, there's sound. I haven't found an enemy yet. Okay, so that works. Oh, there's some ASCII art. GNU chess. New chess. Bin check. Check gam. Here's bin check. Check gam. GNUAN. Book use. Transposition table. Input the file with the algebraic moves of the game. We don't have one of those. GNUCHESN. That looks like ANSI escape codes. What are you doing? Fine, I gave you a chance. I keep sliding down in the chair. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, let's do dev load /h c:\free FDOS /bin nancy.sys games new chess GNUCHESN. I think that's where we were. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so those were ANSI escape codes like I thought they were. And now that we have an ANSI driver loaded, it knows what to do when it gets escape codes. 60 moves, 1 move in 15 minutes. Your move is, I don't know, E2, E4, A2, A4. Illegal move, no matching move, A2, A4. Okay. It's a text-based chess game. That's what was happening before. It was going crazy with computing chess moves that I wasn't in the middle of a chess game with. Going resident! GNUCHESR. Let's do the dev load /u /FDOS bin dev load /h for high memory, not U for upper memory blocks. Driver loaded. GNU chess R. Enter moves minutes. 1, 1. Oh, it got even more simple. Your move is A2, A4, playing without hash file. This is all the same thing. Seems to all have the same problem. Oh, it's got voice files. Choose a letter. A. No. E. No. D. O. I. Oh, there's an I. E. G. Pig! It winked at me. How nice. That pause in the directory gets me every time. Ivan. Graphics script authors. CWS DPMI. That thing is just all over the place here. Start game. What is your name? Steve. I introduced myself at the beginning of the video. Steve the Neutral Human. Okay. little more advanced than I have time for. Craptor. That's probably supposed to be an airplane, and it's probably looking the way it's looking because of a virtual machine issue. New game. Easy. Near future. Globalization. Imperialism. Corporations. Megalomaniacs. Money and power. Slaves of the new millennium. One single man rules the entire world under his colossal power. This would probably look better on a real machine, but for some reason VirtualBox is not having it. All right, another thing to try on real hardware. Liquidwar. LW-DOS? Same thing. It's another, that's a weird mouse pointer. I feel kind of dirty. That's about, that's main, play. I can't see anything. Okay. It's cheering me on in the sounds. It wasn't returning back to my DOS prompt. How rude. Magnetic. Would you do that? Config copying font, executable font, dat, executable text, font. The interpreter for Magnetic Scrolls games. But it doesn't have any Magnetic Scrolls games? Dash D1. Yeah, I meant 2. You're right. D2. G default. Dash S76. I don't have a story file. That's not very helpful. Magentic. What you need for playing it is illegal to play Magnetic Scrolls games if you do not own the original packages. Their games, sadly enough, have been unavailable for years, and your only choice may be downloading them from the internet. You get a hold of the following. The story files. Okay. So if you've ever played Magnetic Scrolls games, then you probably have some more familiarity with this. But this is just the interpreter and no games. So there's nothing I can show you there other than the fact that it exists. Magnetic mirror magic. Mer magic? This looks like more messed up text. Yeah, that's like a heart-shaped balloon or something? I don't know. Can't see it, can't play it. I still think that's a VirtualBox issue. Mistral. Game. Mistral report. Invisible Affairs. Brotherhood of 13H. Let's do BL2 LPT. This is pretty new then. Adlib soundboard. Agent login. Read dossiers. Bunch of MIAs. Wait one turn. Accuse. I'm going to accuse. Back and Carmen are the same person. I'm going to accuse this person because they have very weird hair, and that's how we do detective work. You're dead. Can't continue. I'm dead. Agent login. Read dossiers. Read the dossier of Sophia. Sophia is the organization's most skilled demolition expert, capable of bringing down any walls inside any building with precision. She can be recognized by her big green eyes, long brown hair, and olive skin. Okay. I have hit points and ammo. That could be fun. NetHack. Who are you? Jack the NetHacker. Yes, pick everything for me. Jack the Rhizotomist. Oh, cool. It's a dungeon crawler. You have a little trouble lifting the statue of a goblin. Okay. Ouch, you bump into a door. Bump into a door. Okay. That's probably a clone of the original NetHack game. What is this? Nibbles! Absolutely no warranty. I feel robbed. I wanted a warranty. The beginning. These intro screens are long. I'm sure the developer worked really hard on the fade in, fade out. Well, that was good. Went right back to the beginning. I don't have time for this. I lost a live already and I haven't even done anything. Well, that was exciting. It looked like a clone of the Q Basic for DOS 5 Nibbles game. I think it was DOS 5. But it was made graphical and obviously harder to play. Newdar. Dungeons of Newdar. Arrows to move, Z and X to strafe left and right, A to pick up items, escape to quit, but why? The Citadel. I'm losing faith. I have no faith. I have died. Cool. Paku, that's what I was waiting for. Paku. Exactly. This, if I remember correctly, is a text mode game. There are no graphics here. They just changed the characters and lowered the screen resolution. This game wound up being fantastical. Apparently we were the same speed. Works very well. Q Tetris. Q Tetris. Tetris Queen. Queen Tetris. Queen Tetris. Yeah, we know. One player. Destroyer. There's sound effects. I don't know how to rotate pieces. I can move them left and right, but I can't rotate them. That's going to make it very hard to play this game. Destroyer? Oh, they've got bombs in them. Nice! Interesting twist. Options. Sound, music, sound test, controls. Player 1. Left, right, down. Oh, delete and end. Yeah, I don't have those keys. I have a delete key. I don't have an end key. This is a Macintosh. Sorry, bud. They've decided that we don't need the page up, page down, home, and end keys on this machine. Or insert. But we did get delete. In the spot where the backspace key goes. And we get these little tiny up and down arrows. Anyway, the game was pretty cool. Would have been better if I had more keys on the keyboard. Nova. I want color. Scott Miller, nice. Do your identity code name. ID 12. Drink, I'm in a tavern. You don't see any water around here. Okay, text adventure. Sudoku. Sudoku, that's a really hard word to say properly, but I know what it is. Sudoku 86. Oh, pretty. Nice. 1, 2, 4. Is it going to tell me when I get the row right? Guess not. I have to finish the whole puzzle. Looked like it did the thing, though. Vertigo. Vertigo Flight Simulator. Let's just fly. Or crash. It's probably just like flying a real plane. Or crashing an operating system. Vi Tetris. I'm assuming this is going to be Tetris with Vi keyboard command moves. Which is going to be a pain in the butt. Use the arrow keys or tab to navigate. Well, you've already failed the Vi keyboard moves. Level 0, height 0. Press any key. It is text mode, though. That's fantastic. And I can rotate pieces, because it doesn't use weird keystrokes. This is awesome. I don't know why it's called Vi Tetris. Maybe it was made by Vi. This is fantastic. Nice. I'm really impressed with this. Oh yeah, it's written by Victor Nilsson, so that would be Vi Tetris. Excellent. So I take back all my comments about Vi, which I wouldn't have liked anyway, because I don't like Vi key commands. Exit at once with Q. Wing. Wing. Continue on options. High score, quit. How about play? So when I see continue on, I'm thinking like, after I lose a life and the mouse is acting crazy. After I lose a life, it will just let me continue? Oh man, this mouse is killing me. I'm afraid I can't play this because the mouse is acting funny. Almost had it. Stop. Stop. What are you doing? Okay. The program was overloading the CPU, and therefore the mouse was sluggish. Because I hit reset, and it took a couple of seconds to reset. Ah. Color or monochrome? Color. Yes, I want sound. Word Whiz, Volume 1. That is not what I thought it was going to be. And another Scott Miller game. Good luck and have fun. Choose the answer method. Correct answer is shown on missed questions. Let's show the correct answer on missed questions. There are 3 more volumes of Word Whiz that you can order. 2 of the bigger boys are said to have pummeled the smallest boy in the class while the other students watched. Which answer do you choose? I remember these games. I played like a Star Trek trivia game that had this same format. Struck repeatedly, tormented, insulted, teased mercilessly. So he was pummeled, so he was struck. I got it right. The committee's sedulous pursuit of all the facts in the matter brought favorable comment in the press. Considerate and insightful. Oh, I lost a bonus miss. The correct answer is preserving and diligent. I would have thought of preserving, but that's okay. Cue to quit. Yes, I'm sure. The built-in thesaurus in the word processor Sprint by Borland International. Nice. ZMIY. ZMIY. This again is like the QBasic for DOS Nibbles game. Ooh, game over. And that is all there is. That was all the games. That was all the utilities. That was all the apps. That was all the Blacek. That was all the everything. Everything about FreeDOS. There are a couple of things I want to try out on real hardware. There are a couple of things that look really promising. But we shall see. What am I going to do next for DOScember? I don't know. Either way, I think there's a video right there that you will like. Thanks for being awesome. be sure to subscribe.